Hello everybody. I just got word about JJ and Tylee and how they were found. I'm going to play the news clip here for you. It's from East Idaho News, and the Probable Cause Affidavit has been released. So here is the news release on it. If you haven't seen it, I suggest if you've got a weak stomach, I mean, this is just horrific. So I'm gonna play this for you. It's just horrible.
Everybody, Nate Eaton inside the EastIdahoNews.com newsroom. I just finished writing a story. We're getting ready to post it right now on East Idaho News. It's just getting edited. Some disturbing, horrific, awful developments in the search for JJ and Tylee. Not the search, the recovery, I guess you can say. We got a probable cause document that was unsealed today from Madison County Prosecutor Rob Wood. He made the motion to unseal this probable cause document, and this details how JJ and Tylee were found. And I just want to tell you that it's graphic and it's disturbing and it's not pleasant, but we do know that Tylee, apparently her remains were burned and she was dismembered. And she was buried in a different place than JJ was. JJ was wrapped in plastic and duct taped. And that's how police found them. Now, it's a series of events that led investigators to the specific sites on the property, but it boils down to Alex Cox's GPS cell phone coordinates and tracking. The police were able to pull on specific dates back in September 9th, the last time Tylee was seen at Yellowstone. Within that 24-hour period, investigators were able to put a few pieces together, and they were led directly to where she was buried on Chad Daybell's property. And then weeks later, the same weekend that Melanie Gibb, Lori's friend, visited her in Rexburg, Melanie and her boyfriend David Warwick say that Lori was telling them how JJ had turned into a zombie, he had climbed onto the cabinets, and David recalls seeing JJ that night with Alex as Alex was carrying him out. And the next morning, they said, David said he wanted to say goodbye to JJ. He said, "Where is JJ?" And Lori said, "He's turned into a zombie, and he's not here. Alex has him." Within hours, according to these documents, Alex was at Daybell's property burying JJ, we assume. Now, all of this, of course, these are all allegations that are coming directly from these court documents. We do know that the bodies were found separated from each other on the property, that police were able to narrow down the specific dates, and that they were able to go to the property and find these bodies. One interesting thing to note is that Chad and Tammy had a pet cemetery on their property in the yard, and Tammy loved animals. She would bury, if the ducks or the chickens would die, she would bury animals in this animal cemetery. And police were able to find out about this animal cemetery, and they went to her sister, Samantha Gwillem, in Springville, Utah, and said, "Are you aware of this animal cemetery?" And she said, "Well, yes. It's right here on the property." And she showed investigators with an aerial photo where that animal cemetery was, and that's right where police went. And that's where they were able to find the remains. They had an anthropologist from Boise State University on site there when they pulled up the remains, and they were able to find them. So horrible developments in this case. We're going to post the entire document that you can read for yourself. The police also attached the earlier probable cause from February, back when Lori was arrested. So you can read through those documents. We'll have a full report down below that you can read to kind of get a summary of what this said. But these are the latest developments. No murder charges yet for either Chad or Lori. That could be coming down the line. Of course, we know all along investigators have taken their time. They want to be very careful on this case. And within the past week or so, well, 2 weeks now, everything has kind of come together. So there is the latest. I'm Nate Eaton.
So there we got it, you guys. the details that are in the probable cause affidavit regarding the deaths of JJ and Tylee. I'll have more on this later.
So let's